A quick and easy lemon and za'atar chicken recipe that you can put together in under 10 minutes. It'll be juicy, flavorful, and delicious, and the best part is you'll have dinner on the table in a snap. Sally that girl in the kitchen. Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sally That Girl in the Kitchen. In today's episode, I'm going to teach you how to make a quick and easy lemon and za'atar chicken in under 10 minutes. Yes, that's right. This recipe comes together in less than 10 minutes. It's so easy to put together and it's delicious. It's perfect for any night. You can even serve this to guests. It's juicy and delicious, and of course, it's perfect for a quick weeknight meal. So I am super excited to teach you how to make this. So let's not wait another second and let's get started. For today's recipe, you will need 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken. I'm going to be using chicken tenderloins, but you can use thin sliced chicken breast. You can use some chicken breast that you cut into strips. You can even use chicken thighs if you prefer it, whatever your preference is. You'll also need 1 chopped yellow onion, a small one, or you can replace that with 2 tablespoons of dry minced onions in a pinch. You'll need the juice of 1 large lemon plus a whole second lemon that you're going to slice and de-seed. You are going to need 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of za'atar, a half a teaspoon of sweet paprika, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper, a half a teaspoon of dried oregano, and a 1/4 cup of white wine. You will also need a cutting board and a knife if you're using a fresh onion. You're going to need some measuring spoons. I like to use some non-stick cooking spray because it makes for easier cleanup. You're going to need a rectangular baking dish, a medium-sized bowl with a serving spoon, a wet measuring cup, some oven mitts, and a small bowl, a long thin knife, and a lemon squeezer. You'll also need some aluminum foil to cover your pan. So now that we have all of our ingredients and tools together, let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees and make sure you have a rack placed in the center. Then you're going to bring over your chicken, boneless, skinless, whichever type of chicken you decide to use. And then you're going to put it in a bowl. And then you're going to grab your small yellow onion and you're going to cut it into small pieces. Then you're going to grab one of your beautifully fragrant lemons. You're going to cut it in half. And then you're going to squeeze out the juice from both halves of the lemon. You want to use the entire lemon because we really want to create a delicious sauce for this chicken, and it's going to help flavor it and it's going to retain its moisture. It's going to be amazing. So squeeze out all of that juice from your beautiful lemon. So once you've squeezed out the juice from the first lemon, you're going to set that aside, and then you're going to cut the ends off of your second lemon, but you want to make sure that you're exposing the flesh. So you're going to take off more than just the little tip, just a little bit more, and then once you see that flesh on the interior, then what you're going to do is you're going to take that whole lemon and you're going to thinly slice it, because we are going to use these lemon slices with the lemon rind and all, and we're going to be placing them on top of our chicken as it bakes, because it will create so much flavor and so much moisture as we bake that chicken, and the juices from the lemon slowly evaporate. They are going to create the best moisture, and we're going to have a deliciously juicy, flavorful chicken. That was the hardest part of this entire recipe. The rest is super quick. Just grab your chicken, add 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. We're going to add 2 teaspoons of our za'atar, because that's definitely one of the stars of this show, half a teaspoon of sweet paprika. You can use spicy if you want, but I like to go with sweet. 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper, a 1/2 teaspoon of dried oregano, and then I've measured out a 1/4 cup of white wine. You want any wine that you would drink, not a cooking wine, a drinking wine. And then of course, that beautiful lemon juice that we squeezed out of that fresh lemon, and the onion that we chopped up. Or of course, if you're using dried minced onions, then you would also add them now. Then just use a serving spoon and just give all of this a really good mix. We just want to make sure that we get all of that lemon juice and that za'atar and the olive oil and all of those delicious herbs and spices all over this chicken, because this is just a really quick marinade and it's going into the oven. So now I just grab my rectangular baking dish. I like to give it a little spray of nonstick cooking spray, but that's optional. And then I bring my chicken over and I make sure to get all of those yummy onions and all of those herbs and spices. And then I just use my spoon to spread my chicken out. I like to make a thin layer of chicken to make sure that all of it cooks evenly and all of it gets exposed to the heat and the beautiful steam of those lemons we're going to put on top. So just spread out a nice thin layer. And then once you've done that, you're going to grab your beautiful lemon and you're going to just add those slices all over the top of this chicken. And it's going to look so pretty. It really looks beautiful to present this chicken. So you're just going to cover this with some aluminum foil. I just want to make sure that it's nice and covered because I want that steam inside. I don't want it to escape. Then I'm going to pop it on a center rack in my oven and I'm going to set a 30-minute timer. And in 30 minutes, I'm going to carefully bring it out and I'm going to have a beautiful, juicy, flavorful chicken dish that I can serve any time and that has retained all of its moisture. Because we're using thin cuts of chicken, it will cook quickly, it'll stay nice and juicy, and it's going to be perfect to present at any table. Of course, I've conveniently made myself some white rice to go with my chicken, but you can serve it with whatever your favorite side is, with potatoes, with quinoa, whatever you like would go perfect with this chicken because that yummy sauce is so delicious. I love to spoon it over my chicken, and of course, I love to spoon it over my rice too. And it is so flavorful, and you're not gonna believe just how moist this chicken is. It's perfect. Even using breast, it stays nice and juicy. So now I like to squeeze that little lemon a little bit more right on top of my chicken before I dig into it. And I'm literally salivating at this point. It looks so good. I can't wait to try it with those yummy onions, delicious za'atar. So good, so flavorful, and so juicy. It's unbelievable. This is chicken breast after all that I'm using, and it remains juicy. It doesn't lose any moisture. It's so tasty. It is so delicious. That sauce is super, super flavorful. It's so yummy. It's juicy and flavorful and moist and easy and delicious. And we got it into the oven in under 10 minutes. So how absolutely delicious does this chicken look? Did you see how quickly it came together? It's literally a matter of no time. You just have your chicken, add on your spices, a little olive oil, your onions, your lemon juice, and you're good to go. You're gonna stick it in the oven. And of course, that za'atar that we add in there gives it that little special something. It's super tasty, flavorful, and easy to make. But my favorite part is with minimal effort, you're gonna end up with a quick, savory, delicious, juicy chicken. Trust me. No, better yet, don't trust me. You're gonna have to try to make this recipe yourself. And of course, if you've enjoyed today's recipe, don't forget to give it a like, to share it with your friends. I really appreciate when you do that, so thank you so much. And of course, thank you for watching. I appreciate when you do that too. And of course, if you're not already subscribed here to Sally That Girl in the Kitchen on YouTube, make sure to subscribe and to touch that little notification bell so that you get notified every time I put up a new recipe, which I do all of the time. And of course, if you're not following me on social media, you can find me as Sally That Girl in the Kitchen on Facebook, Instagram, and on Pinterest. And you'll be able to find me as Sally That Girl FL on Twitter, Snapchat, and on TikTok. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Sally That Girl in the Kitchen.